Build anything with GLM 5.1. Here's how this AI just changed everything. GLM 5.1 can build full apps, games, and websites from one prompt. Coding, designers, just you and this tool. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So picture this. You want to build a landing page. You type a few words. And boom, it's done. Full design, full code, animations, and everything. That's what GLM 5.1 does. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to use it too. First, let me quickly break down what GLM 5.1 actually is. Because this is not ChatGPT. This is not another chatbot. This is something different, something way bigger. Old AI tools write code. GLM 5.1 builds systems. There's a massive difference. The tools give you a function. GLM 5.1 gives you the whole product. Thinks like a software engineer. Plans, executes, self-corrects, and it keeps going until the job is done. We're talking full apps, full backends, full workflows, from one prompt. And here's what blows my mind. Context window on this thing goes up to 200,000 tokens. The output goes up to 128,000 tokens. It means it can hold an entire code base in its head and keep building without losing track. This is not a writing assistant. This is an AI that builds. Hey, if we haven't met already, I'm the digital avatar of Julian Goldie, CEO of Goldie Agency. Whilst he's helping clients get more leads and customers, I'm here to help you get the latest AI updates. Julian reads every single comment, so drop something below and let him know what you think. Let me show you the first demo, because this is where it gets good. I'm going to build a full SaaS landing page. A Figma, developer, agency, just one prompt. Here's what I typed. Build a modern SaaS landing page with a hero section, testimonials, dark theme, Tailwind CSS, and smooth animations. That's it. That's the whole prompt. What came back was a complete landing page. Hero section at the top, testimonials section, theme, clean animations, all of it. Think about how long that would normally take. Designer, developer, back and forth for weeks. GLM 5.1 just did it in seconds. And the crazy part is, it's not just generating random code. It's making design decisions. It's choosing layouts. It's picking font weights. It's building something that actually looks professional. Open loop number 1. Stay with me because the game demo coming up is even more wild. Look, if you're watching this and you're thinking, I want to actually learn how to use tools like GLM 5.1 to automate my business and save hundreds of hours, then you need to check out the AI Profit Boardroom, it's in the description. It's the best place to scale your business, get more customers, and use AI automation like this to do it faster. If you want to use tools like GLM 5.1 to actually build things for your business, that's where we go deep on all of it. Check it out. Okay, Mo 2, we're building a game. My idea. Prompt. Here's what I typed. Create a browser-based snake game with a score system, keyboard controls, a restart button, and a clean UI. And it built it. Working snake game. The browser. With score tracking. With controls. The restart button. Everything. I'm not joking when I say this used to take a developer hours. It'd be a full day. GLM 5.1 did it in under a minute. Here's the part that matters. It didn't just write code and hope for the best. It thought through the game logic. It handled edge cases. If the snake hits the wall, game over. If it eats the food, score goes up. These are things you'd have to think through manually if you were building this yourself. GLM 5.1 just handled it. This is what agentic engineering looks like. It's not just writing functions. It's solving problems. It's building complete things. I want you to really sit with that for a second. Because what this means is that the barrier to building is basically gone. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to hire someone who does. You just need to know what you want to build. Open loop number 2. I've got one more demo after this one, and it might be the most impressive thing I show you today. Let me talk about what makes GLM 5.1 different from the inside. Because this isn't just a better model. The architecture is actually different. It uses something called sparse attention, which basically means it can handle massive amounts of text without slowing down or breaking. Most models struggle when you give them a really long task. GLM 5.1 is built specifically to handle those long tasks. It also uses something called Async RL training. Technical name for it is slime. What it basically means is the model gets better through a loop that's more efficient than normal training, to learning, to outputs. The multi-step reasoning is on another level. The models can lose track halfway through a complex task. GLM 5.1 can self-correct. If it makes a mistake in step 3, it catches it in step 5 and fixes it. That's huge. That's what makes it reliable for real work. And the tool calling is built in. It can call APIs mid-task. It streams outputs live. It can run for minutes. It can run for hours. And it maintains coherence the whole way through. This is designed for real production work, demos, toy projects, real stuff. Right? Mo 3. And this one is my favorite. We're generating an animated SVG from a prompt. Here's what I typed. Generate an animated SVG with floating blobs, gradient colors, and a smooth looping animation. What came back was a beautiful looping animation. Floating blobs, soft gradients, perfectly smooth. Put it in the browser and it just works. Think about who normally makes stuff like this. motion designers, people who know CSS animations and SVG paths and keyframes. This is genuinely a skill that takes time to learn. GLM 5.1 just did it from a sentence. Design and code from one prompt. That's the whole thing. Here's what I want you to see across all three of these demos. Landing page, game, animated graphic. Three completely different things. Three completely different skill sets required. GLM 5.1 handled all of them without breaking a sweat. Let me show you the most advanced thing you can do with this. Because if the first three demos impressed you, this one's going to blow your mind. You can run a full agent workflow. That means instead of building one thing, you ask GLM 5.1 to build an entire project. Multi-step, multi-file. Whole thing. Here's an example prompt. Build a full project with a landing page, a back-end API, a login system, and a database schema. Explain each step and generate the files. And it does it. It plans the project. It builds the landing page. It generates the API. Sets up the login logic. It creates the database schema, step by step, file by file, from one prompt. This is what they call long horizon execution. It means GLM 5.1 can hold a goal in mind and work towards it across many steps without losing focus. Most models can't do this at this level. They drift, forget context. They need you to hold their hand. GLM 5.1 just goes. When you combine that with the 200K context window, you start to see what's actually possible here. You can hand this thing a massive code base and ask it to improve something in it, and it can actually do it because it can see the whole thing at once. So let's zoom out for a second because I want to make sure you're seeing the big picture here. GLM 5.1 is not just a coding tool. It's an AI that thinks in systems, plans, it executes, self-corrects. It builds real things, full products, from prompts. 3 months ago, if you wanted a landing page, you needed a designer and a developer. If you wanted a game, you needed someone who knew JavaScript. If you wanted an animated graphic, you needed a motion designer. Now you need a prompt. And I know some people hear that and think, okay, but is it actually good? Can it really replace those people? Here's my honest answer. For a first draft, yes. For a prototype, absolutely. For a full working version of a simple product, in most cases, yes. It's not perfect. You'll tweak things. You'll refine prompts. But the starting point you get from GLM 5.1 is better than what most people could produce manually. That's the reality of where we are right now. And it's only going to get more capable from here. Open loop closed. The thing that separates people who use AI well from people who don't isn't access to the tools. It's knowing how to prompt. And that's exactly what we go deep on in the communities I'll mention at the end. So to wrap this up, here's what GLM 5.1 gives you. A 200K context window so it can hold entire projects in its head. A 128K output window so it can generate entire products in one go. Agent level thinking so it can plan and execute multi-step workflows. Self-correction so it doesn't just crash when something goes wrong. Tool calling so it can connect to real systems mid-task. And best-in-class coding performance that competes with the top frontier models. This is the most powerful open source model for building things that exists right now. And most people don't even know it exists. Now you do. If you want to go deeper on using tools like GLM 5.1 to build, automate, and grow your business, the AI Profit Boardroom is the place. It's at school.com iProfit Lab, is in the description. We go into all of it there, step by step, with the actual workflows and processes you need. If you want to use AI to actually build things and get real results for your business, come join us. And if you want the full process, the SOPs, and over 100 AI use cases like this one, come join the AI Success Lab. It's free. Link is in the comments and description. You'll get all the video notes from there, plus access to our community of 38,000 members who are crushing it with AI. See you in there.